What are some Outlaw Motorcycle Club initiations that I've heard of? That is a great question. The first one is pretty old school, and I'm not even sure that it was a real thing, although I did hear that it was a real thing. And that is they used to make you wear your patch after everybody had gone to the toilet all over it to make sure that you were willing to go through anything to wear the patch. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, but I have definitely heard it from numerous people. Another pretty common one that I've heard, and you may have seen it on the movie Once Were Warriors, great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. Is that when you join, you have to cop an absolute hiding from all of your brothers. And if you hit back, that means that you are not going to be one of them because you never ever hit a brother. Sounds like an oxymoron to me. They're allowed to hit you, but you're not allowed to hit back, and that proves your loyalty. I don't know. That seems sus. The club that I was in didn't really go for that because they said, why would we want to hit, shit, or piss on somebody that was meant to be one of our brothers? That is going to make them come into the club having a fair bit of resentment and hate and anger towards you already. So I guess for most clubs, it is usually just the nomming or prospecting period. And then if they've got a middle bit like a probating period, then it's that as well. And that, that can go from anywhere up to 18 months for both of those. And you do have to do things during that time. A lot of those things I won't go into. I won't go into why you need to wear a bum bag. I won't go into what happens on the night that a lot of clubs do that is pretty funny for people with a full patch and can be scary for people that don't have a full patch yet. I think that some of these things should remain club things, and I wouldn't want to take the fun out of it for people that are joining a club. And it's an experience that you should get to experience firsthand, not hear it from somebody on TikTok and then go through it. Like I've said before, some things should just remain club things. During that time, a lot of the brothers will test you in a lot of ways. There's a few things that you must know. Like you must know a certain history of the club, and you must know certain things about yourself and your time in the club in case some of the older members ask you, and if you don't know the answer, you'll be in trouble. There's a lot of things that you have to do just out of respect and to show your dedication for the club, but none of it is too bad, I don't think. And when you first start, you actually get told that it might seem shit at the time, but your prospecting or nomming period will probably be one of your favorite times looking back. And I can tell you that is the truth. And because I do look back pretty fondly on those first, 18 months, I don't want to take the enjoyment out of that for other people that are thinking about joining. It is really hard work, but you will have a lot of fun. You may just not think it's fun at the time. And it's like when you're a kid, all you want to do is be older. It's like when you don't have that full patch, all you want is that full patch. But take it from somebody who's been through it. Really, really try and enjoy your time prospecting because it will be one of your most favorite times looking back. It's actually very funny. Now that I'm actually having to reflect on my own time, I'm actually remembering some stories that while they didn't seem funny at the time, every time I think about them now, I do get a bit of a giggle, I must admit. And funny enough, the two stories that I'm thinking about, both of these guys are usually found in my comment section. Always having a laugh as well. And it's those memories that you can still have a laugh about later on that, sort of makes it special. And I don't want to ruin that for anybody else. I did tell one story about my prospecting time, and that's when I prospected some of my time overseas under the European laws. That was pretty full on, so there is a video on that. And again, that was one of those stories that I look back on, and I hated every minute of that. But now I look back on it, and it was was actually pretty fun, and I got some pretty cool stories out of that as well. And again, I would hate to ruin that for other people. But I will say this, the majority of people that say, I don't want to prospect or nom because I don't want to be somebody's bitch, or I just don't like being told what to do, most of those people wouldn't cut it in a motorcycle club. And that's the real reason why they wouldn't. Mainly because it's hard. It takes a lot of work. It takes dedication. And people that usually say those things don't have that. You are definitely not going through the initiation process as a slave or as somebody's bitch. That's not what it's about at all. And a lot of the things along the way that you learn actually can help you in the future. Once you do have that full patch and you are through your initiation phase, it can tend to not be as fun anymore, because then your eyes are opened to all aspects of the club and all the negative sides to it. Whereas when you're just going through the initiation phase, you're just all there about the club and the fun. You're not privy to all the bullshit. I will say this though, people getting their full patch is always a big celebration, and I've seen many a men cry getting their full patch. And the party on those nights are usually pretty fun as well.